All right, guys, we back with another video. I got an update on a video that I did a couple weeks ago, and it turns out to get a bit crazy. So I dropped this video a few weeks ago talking about this article right here from page 6, which shows NFL insider Dianna Russini and NFL head coach Mike Vrabel of the New England Patriots, in which they were exposed, allegedly being caught at a romantic getaway out in Sedona, Arizona. This is the article from page 6. Talked about it a few weeks ago, and the lead up to this story, if you guys are unfamiliar and didn't catch my video, about 2-3 weeks ago, Dianna Russini, who works at The Athletic, a couple old clips on social media started to go viral, in which it was just her kind of embarrassing her husband. Oh, by the way, both Mike Vrabel as well as Dianna Russini are both married. They're both married to other individuals. And Russini's clips were going viral of her just being another one of these modern women in which she just openly disrespects her husband. She was saying certain things like her husband is just an average man, and if he was above average, she would probably celebrate him more, and just kind of saying things that a married woman shouldn't say about their spouse online. If you're unfamiliar, let me play a clip.
I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about them. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We have put together photos of Diana's husband here for everyone to see so you can make some amends on national television.
We're average together. And you know what the worst part is? He sent me a text during that segment, not watching because he actually works for a living. And he said, "Good luck today, be great on Get Up." So the guy's got a heart of gold, and here I am on national TV killing him. Look, we're average together, but he makes me above average because he married me. So I am so sorry. I need to really stop killing my husband on television. I'm going to be divorced by Christmas.
I remember thinking, like, because I think when men propose, that's their wedding day. Like, that's when you guys are all in. It's not really all in for us yet. I think for women, the actual wedding day is the moment. So, I mean, Kev was all down for it. I was the one that was very skeptical. I was like, oh, I don't know. And at the time, I was working at ESPN, and I remember I was still working. And so the night before my wedding, I'm making calls, and I had a phone interview set up with Jimmy Garoppolo. And I remember Jimmy was great. He made like a funny joke, like, "Hey, it's night before your wedding. You sure you want to do this?" And I'm thinking, like, of all the people in my life that I'm going to talk to the night before my wedding, the one guy my dad wanted me to, or my mom wanted me to marry, was Jimmy Garoppolo. And he's calling me. Like, this is a sign. I of course did not marry Jimmy Garoppolo. And I think Kevin.
So you had that situation happen, but the timing of it was impeccable because right when those old clips started to resurface, there was this article that came out from page 6 in which somebody, an alleged independent spy, and we'll talk about that person later, was hired to follow and get photos of Russini and Mike Vrabel, again, both married. So this is the story from a few weeks ago. Dianna Russini would deny the allegations. Mike Vrabel would deny them as well. And even though we had these photos, Dianna Russini said that these were trip with multiple people there, that there were about 6 to 8 different couples. They weren't there alone. It was just one big friend group. And the way this is being painted is not true, that they were there strictly just her and the coach on a one-on-one getaway type basis. So that's kind of where we were at a couple weeks ago. It was entertaining, but it was purely speculation because no one really had the confirmed answers and both parties denied such. Well, until yesterday. Before I get into the bombshell that dropped yesterday, what happened after my video I posted a couple weeks ago was that Dianna Russini, even though she denied having any wrongdoing, she would actually walk away and resign from The Athletic. Here's her tweet and her resignation letter that she sent to her editor. I'll only read a little bit of it. Dianna Russini's tweet from April 14th reads, "I submitted my letter of resignation to The Athletic. Everything I have to say about it is below. Please accept this letter as my resignation from The Athletic, effective immediately. I have come to the decision with deep sadness, but with clarity about what is right for me, my family, and the work I have spent my career building." When the page 6 item first appeared, The Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that follow, unfortunately, commentators in various media has engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. Rather than allowing this to continue, I've decided to step aside now before my contract expires on June 30th. I do so not because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode, but because I refuse to lend it any further oxygen and let it define me or my career. So she walked away from The Athletic. Doesn't mean that she is guilty, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks that way.
He did that shit. He guilty as fuck.
This was about 10 days ago, but right after that, it kind of got quiet on the whole Vrabel Russini front. So I made the assumption, like most people, that the story was dead. Turns out that is not the case. The New York Post dropped this bomb yesterday on social media. It exploded. Look at this, 29 million views. It reads, Dianna Russini and married Mike Vrabel caught kissing at New York City bar in Bombshell photos taken 6 years ago. 6 years ago before the scandal. Those photos that we just showed from page 6, this photo here, that was from this year. I'm sorry, I made a mistake earlier, said that was from 2025. Those photos were from this year, March. These photos right here are 6 years old. So whoever took these pictures has been sitting on them for 6 years. This story is getting wilder. Dianna Russini and married Mike Vrabel caught kissing at New York City bar. Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini were all over each other at a secluded bar in New York City 6 years before they were caught holding hands and hugging at the Arizona resort. Seen the exclusive new pics obtained by Page 6. The New England's coach and the NFL reporter were spotted together inside the dimly lit Tribeca Tavern in the early hours of March 11th, 2020. They sat close to each other while conversing at the bar, at one point appearing to share a kiss. Here are some of the photos. They got them at 4K. They were having a glorious time. They were giving each other pecks, a bunch of pecks. There was nobody in there. Nobody knew who they were. I don't even think the bartenders did. At the time, Vrabel was working as head coach of the Tennessee Titans while Russini was an NFL reporter at ESPN. Eyewitness told Page 6 that Russini, 43, and Vrabel, 50, were at the hole-in-the-wall bar around midnight and stayed for at least an hour flying under the radar. At the time photos were taken, Vrabel was already married to Jen, while Russini said "I do" to her now husband, Shake Shack executive Kevin Goldsmith, 6 months later. Each have 2 kids with their respective partners. So this was right before Russini actually married her husband. So I'll give her that. At least in these photos, she wasn't cheating on her husband as well. But it seems Vrabel was definitely cheating on his old lady. So this came out yesterday, the day of the NFL draft. Timing is beautiful. So Mike Vrabel would talk about how he's going to miss the 3rd day of the draft to go seek some type of counseling for his family. It's not like he's trying to save his marriage, but also at the same time, why wouldn't they wait until after the draft? I don't know, it seems a bit weird, but here's what Vrabel had to say.
I want to address the news regarding my current situation. I understand that there are questions, but I take accountability for my actions and the actions that caused a distraction to the people that I care most about. My family, this football team, the organization, and our fans. My previous actions don't meet the standard that I hold myself to. They don't. And what I believe is best for the 2 most important things in my life, my family and this football team, is for us to take the necessary steps to work together and to give them what I told them I'd give them, which is the best version of me. And that's what we're going to do. And that's going to start, that has started, that'll continue this weekend, and it'll continue for however long it takes for me to give them and to complete that promise of giving them the best version of me possible. And that's what's going to happen, and that's what's been happening.
Vrabel pretty much said a whole lot of nothing. That's just sports talk for nothing. It gets even deeper. It gets even deeper than that. Look at this. Look at this article yesterday posted from TMZ. Exclusive, Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini were all smiles at the casino weeks after his Titans firing back in 2024. So they got photos of them together in 2020, 2024, 2026. They've been having a legitimate affair, allegedly, for at least 6 years now. This tweet right here, and I'm admitting that this is just hearsay. None of us know the facts. Don't sue my black ass.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
Dianna Russini married her husband 6 years ago. She started cheating 5 to 6 years ago with Mike Vrabel and gave birth to a son 4 years ago, naming him Michael. That's diabolical as F. 4-year-old son, she named Michael. Her husband's name is Kevin Goldsmith.
Do I smell a whore?
Look at this tweet. Wild detail. NFL insider Dianna Russini reportedly has a son named Michael with her husband, Kevin Goldsmith, born in 2021. Look at this tweet right here. Cheating, bad. Cheating and naming your son after him, insane. Cheating and naming your son after him, then flexing about it publicly online, diabolical. What is he talking about? Look at this tweet from August 11th, 2021 from Dianna Russini. Keep looking at my almost 4-day-old son, Michael, while trying to figure out who are the best Michaels to ever play and coach in the NFL.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Bro, you can't make this up. She cheats on her husband. And again, Mike Vrabel, I'm not giving him no pass. This dude possibly jeopardized his marriage as well. And even though it hasn't happened yet, there also may be a chance that they fire him or he steps down. I doubt if he stepped down, they're probably going to end up having to fire him. And I'm not saying they will. This is the NFL, New England, who are already known for having a bunch of scandals in that franchise. Hell, the owner got caught up in a rub and tug massage place. Even though Boston head coach Ime Udoka got fired doing the same thing, and he wasn't married. And he happened to be in Boston, the same New England area. But that's a different subject for a different day. I know there's gonna be 1,000 people in the comments saying, but it's different, Coop.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Only difference was woman he messed with happened to be on the Celtics staff. Anyway.
When you get caught creeping and it costs you your job, that is NFL reporter Dianna Russini, and that is Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the New England Patriots. These two have been creeping with each other for years. This photo was taken in 2020, but their affair recently leaked to the press after her husband allegedly hired a private investigator that caught them slipping at an exclusive resort. Photos leaked, and since then it's been up in the smoke. Dianna came out and said she was on a girls' trip and she just so happened to run into Mike multiple times during her stay. One time at a pool, other time on a balcony. But that's irrelevant. She denied it. But since it was up in the smoke, her job opened up an investigation. And she could not prove that any of her girls was with her on that trip. But they know that Mike was there. And both of them is married. They put 2 and 2 together. She resigned from her job. He did a press conference saying he spoke to his wife, his kids, and had a long conversation with them. Long story short, he's seeking counseling this weekend during the NFL draft. And he still got a job and she don't. We also found that she named her son Michael. Now, it could have been after Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson, but I think it was after Mike Vrabel. Who knows? Ma'am, you got to do better. He kept his job and you paying for it. I don't know if your husband's still going to stay with you, but good luck.
And damn, she brought up something I almost completely forgot about for this video. That alleged spy who was taking pictures of them back in Arizona as well as in New York allegedly was paid for by Dianna Russini's husband, who's been suspected for years that his wife was cheating. I got one more cherry put right on top of the whole shitstorm Sunday. That's this. Dianna Russini just deleted her account.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Dianna Russini just officially deleted her Twitter account last night. Oh, it's too late now, Russini. It's too late. And it's funny because I had to go to this random website to find her resignation letter because he originally posted this letter on Twitter, but I was wondering why I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it because she deleted her account. So there you have it. This is the messiest shit I've seen all year, and I'm here for it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What do you think will happen with Vrabel? Do you guys think nothing will happen? He'll walk away or he'll get fired? I don't see him getting fired or walking away. I think if he's gonna go, he's gonna have to be fired. But I can't see it happening. There's just another huge story within this scandal drops. Then I can see it, but NFL doesn't seem to take much on marital affairs and like marital issues. So again, not saying that this dude is right as well. This old lady, depending on who she is, could take him to the cleaners, and her temperament about the whole situation. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Do better, squad. Full out.